Welcome to Odyssey! I'm joining the crew of Odyssey Expeditions for an incredible, exhilarating, and educational travel adventure camp where we'll be sailing, scuba diving, learning marine biology, and giving back to communities in need while helping to clean and conserve our environment.
What is the most significant, meaningful thing you've learned on this trip, and how are you going to take that forward back home? So for me, this trip has really taught me how to just breathe and be able to completely separate myself from my home life. And it's just like, I breathe whether we're scuba diving or if it's a time when I'm bored but don't know how to handle it, and it's just, I can just sit and it helps me just, I can just breathe. It's really nice, and I want to go home and be able to look at the little things and not be so focused on like a huge picture. Like just breathe a little bit.
I'm thinking. It's a good question. That's what I would This trip has taught me more ways to think outside of the box. And like more ways to think outside of the box, like not just from the picture itself, but looking deeper into it. Yeah.
I have two things, but this trip has taught me to like be more nice and just like like adapt and be like more nice and like calm.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna take that home with me. And yeah.
All these trips have taught me a lot, but I think the most important thing that I've learned is to put things into perspective, and just like being here, it's like made you realize like this is what life can be if you want it to be, and like if you're at home and you don't like what you're doing, like take a step back, like look at it from a different perspective. You can be doing something else if you hate it that much. And it's also taught me to just live in the moment and appreciate the little things.
This trip has shown me that there's a lot more to life than like what you can see, and you just need to reach your arms out to grab it. And I'm gonna take home a lot of like social skills from this. This is something I like didn't have before this trip. Was very hard for me to go out and meet people, and, like do stuff like this, and I'm gonna take that back home and have that.
I'm gonna take away being adaptable, flexible, changing schedules, and not being so set on one course, but working with what's good.
I'd say this trip has taught me that it's okay to make mistakes as long as you try to improve.
This trip has taught me that without technology, you can meet and make great friendships. Like, if we had our phones, I wouldn't talk to anyone. I'm gonna be for real. I wouldn't say a word. But now that we don't have our phones, I feel I have a genuine connection with each and every one of you.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Aww.
And I'm gonna try to take that home to my home life and try to do that there.
So mine's kind of like what you guys said already, that it's helped me breathe, and similar to what Jack said, is just like feeling a special connection with all of you guys. It makes me realize that I want to have more people to hang out with when I get home, because I see family a lot. I don't really just go off, do my own thing with a bunch of friends and then do something stupid and remember it years later. So that might be something I'm probably going to work on at home, is just going out more, meeting new people, trying new things.
This one's taught me to be more spontaneous in my life, and that frogfish don't exist, because I haven't seen one this trip.
This trip I haven't been up north in 13 years, and in the past I always thought that the language barrier was just a challenge that kind of sucked, and this time I really enjoyed going ashore and trying to speak French and having them have a positive response when I did a little bit of it correctly.
I think one thing that I learned on this trip is how to be proactive and do the things that I want to do. I've realized how blessed I am and how grateful I am to my family for things that I can give me, and I want to use that to the best of my ability so that I can give other people experiences like the experiences that I've had.
I think this trip taught me like how to be patient, not just with other people, but with myself, and understand that it's okay that I don't have it down the first time, or if I just don't genuinely understand something, that's not a bad thing, but also to just take risks, even if it falters, even if it doesn't go well, just to take risks. I did things on this trip that if you told me I was gonna do this 2 weeks ago, I would say you're crazy. Like,
eat the lionfish.
Eat testicles.
pretty much, yeah.
Because you are crazy.
Yeah. But I'm really proud of myself because I feel like no, not that. For just putting myself out there and just trying new things, even though, and just taking risks. Because I feel like I used to do that, and then like at some point I just stopped doing that, and I feel like that like this trip helped me gain that courage back. So I'm gonna use that back at home.
I kind of forgot what I was gonna say exactly, but basically, like at home, like I just hang out with the same friends over and over again. So I kind of think it's taught me that I can like go out of that, like meet new friends, give other people a chance, I guess. I don't know. And to also, I had something to say like good, but I forgot it. That just focus on like what's going on right now, because like you might not have, like when we leave, we're gonna like look back and like wish we were here again, I guess.
Yay! Good question.
Hey,
Okay, this trip has taught me that I won.
Three, 1, 2, 3. Thanks, Leo. You're gonna make everyone cry now.
Sleep shirt, so I don't need to feature this.
I have just been so miserable. It's like whole year.